everybody, I'm Mark Hall-Patton, administrator of the Clark County Museum System, and we're out in Arden today at the original headquarters bomb shelter for the Vegas Valley. This is the entrance door. If you had made it out here and you were part of the crew that was supposed to be here, you would have entered here and headed downstairs.
Now a county maintenance yard, this bunker once served as a secure shelter for top elected and emergency officials for decades.
We're in the headquarters bomb shelter for the Vegas Valley. This was built back in the 1950s, and this was where the political and emergency personnel would have come to in the case of a bomb coming off. There had to be some place in order to move the government and the control of the community to. This was that bomb shelter. It was built out in Arden. It was way on the edge of the valley, not downtown, and this was where you were going to bring those personnel. It was one that had a lot of radio communications. They would have been able to keep track of all the other bomb shelters in the valley. The way the shelter was set up, it was actually set up for 27 men and 9 women to live down here. So you had this forward portion that was the workspace, and then that back portion which was the living space down here.
During the Cold War, the threat of a nuclear attack on U.S. soil was a real concern. So much so that a covert enclave was built at one of the most stately resorts near Washington, D.C. The Greenbrier Fallout Shelter was designed to house the entire United States Congress.
It's sort of like the Greenbrier back east, which was this very fancy hotel that had a complete underground area for where they were going to move the U.S. government to in the case of a nuclear exchange.
At the conclusion of the Cold War in the early 1990s, the nation's bomb shelters were decommissioned.
It had been decommissioned. They weren't using it, but they had all the stuff still down here. So we went through and took examples of everything, so we would have a way of showing what it looked like in a bomb shelter. So there was a certain part of it where they recognized that if we're hit, we're stuck. So we have to deal with all the people that are here, and this was an area where a lot of the people that would be here weren't residents. They were tourists. Even then, that was our base. So you had all the people in all the casinos, all the properties that would have been down in the bomb shelters. Somebody had to control all of that. Well, that's what you would have seen inside. 27 men and 9 women would have lived down there trying to control what was going on in the valley, trying to help people out, trying to get us through the emergency. That's what we had. So, the Arden Bomb Shelter. Thanks for watching.